A little bit goes a long way. Like this bottle will last me months, even though I cut a good amount of head. I want to keep it as natural as possible. Okay, so, and what I mean by that, I mean as wide as possible. I'm using this corner, this blade, just the corner, because it's rounded. I'm able to go just like this and make a line just by pulling a little bit. I don't want to pull too much because I don't want to alter the line. I want to be able to see the line coming together, and when I let go, it'll be that line. Make sense?
Yeah.
I see that. Okay. Now, even with the sides, with the shoulder sides, comb it, because what will happen with that texture of hair if you don't comb it out, and you try to run a guard through there, it ain't gonna comb.
So
jumped up out of
how long would that cut right there take you?
Oh, you feeling yourself?
No, I'm cold.
Okay. See how this is a little thicker? Make it a little bit easier. So let's comb all the hair one direction. Okay. Do this side first, this side, because if you do this side first and then you attempt to do this side, you're just gonna mess up that side.
That's what I kept doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, boom, finger on one side, all the way through. See that? Okay. Now we do this side, finger here, all the way through. Boom. Now you have your parting.
This is the part I'm picking up.
Exactly. That's the part you're picking up. That's going to be your guideline for all your horizontal partings. You need to buy a mannequin just for parting, just to practice parting. Okay. Once you feel like your parting is on point, then you already understand the profiles. You understand all the cutting partings and stuff. Once you get your partings done, it's going to be real easy. But that's much better already. Do this side. Next one is your number one guard. Okay. Now see how his hair is going this way? Pay attention to that and start to tilt it.
For a while.
Okay, then it's closed right underneath that. Again, it's starting to grow in this direction, so we need to make sure we're going against the grain. Okay? From there we follow it up because our system calls for the number 0. Halfway. Right where we just left off. Okay. And if there's still a little bit of bulk left, we'll go with the blade all the way open.
Better?
Much better. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it.
Feel good about it? Okay. What about
I feel like that's,
right here?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay, that's your half.
Right.
Your half. Your half. Now, not to say that you weren't going high enough. Look at how it's literally curving that way. There you go. Okay.
And then
if it's still a little bulky, follow up with the blade open. Open. Close. Close. So what? So we created this line going above there. Created that line. The next step, your guard teeth should be touching that guideline, but your cutting teeth is right below it.
Right. Okay.
And then right underneath that, once you put the half on, it should take that out. Okay? Does he want more of a square shape, or does he want it to flare out some? Square is fine. Perfect. So we need a guideline through the middle, more squared.
So just run it straight from the...
Not like straight through to the scalp.
No.
Perfect. Okay, now you have your guideline, but I can get really deep in between each hair. Doesn't necessarily have to be like thinning shears would do. I can literally look at thin areas and stay away from it. I don't want my thinning shear to cut this. I want to focus more on the thicker areas, right? Place where I want to take some density. See that? Thinning shears can't do that. Yes. Where's your comb? Okay, let me see your scissors. Okay, so let's take some of this hair right at the apex area. Let's see how it wants to lay. You see this hair right here? They'd bring it back too.
Yeah.
But it wants to grow this way, so we're going to leave that hair alone. Because if you take a parting straight like this, cut it, this hair is going to jump up here and look really short. And cut that hair off. Okay? Now, If you don't feel comfortable doing that, we can even grab. All rules frown upon this. Okay, grab the hair, and let's just use the guard. Just keep coming off the shape of the head. Thank you, man. Okay, we're good? Yep. All right, cool. So guys, first and foremost, I want to thank the Chair Barbershop for having us and hosting this class, this event, showing that they support continuing education and wanting to build, obviously, in the network of barbering. I want to thank all you guys for trusting in me. All you guys came from out of state, which is surreal to me that people would travel, you know, state to state to come to one of my classes. All right, so the first person is for Fabian Thomas. All right, next person is still in barber school, 5 months out, man. I hope you learned a lot, brother. This is for Derek. The next person is for Miss Heather.
Last name, are you gonna pronounce it?
I was gonna try, but then I looked at it, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Zasoda.
Zasoda.
Yep.
Zasoda. Next person is for somebody I always see online, always on the live streams and stuff, and chopping it up with me, Natasha. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey!
And for last but not least, I don't have a certificate for her because she signed up like last minute, right? But I still want to take a picture with you if you don't mind. For Heidi. I thought my wife was tiny. my wife is small, but you're small. If you're going to treat this like a business, if you're going to make money in the barbershop, your tools matter. Okay? There's a reason why I use a soft bristle brush. When you brush somebody in the same place for a long time, you start to create redness. When the skin starts to turn red, you start to kind of lose that. Should we give him a C cup or not? Right? Should we leave that ghost line or not? So I'll probably leave it, but I'm going to ask him first. Doesn't matter how close your trimmer is. If you want your trimmer zero gapped, flush, put on a mirror, flush. What that's going to do is give you a higher chance of cutting somebody, of scarring somebody. That doesn't matter, right? To take something down this close, you just need it slightly closer than what it looks like when it comes from the box. All these clippers are put together by hand. The parts are made in China, they're shipped over here, they're put together in a factory here in the United States, and that's how they're made in the USA. Okay? But there's room for human error when people put it together by hand, right? You ever got one of these clippers, wall clippers or Andy's clippers, and the blade is literally like this, right? You gotta go in and adjust it yourself. So you always have to check those blades and make sure that they're good. Okay? Now, my system, okay? We're gonna fade up, but we're really fading down, but we're fading up. It's confusing, but trust me, it works. We don't call it the half because the half is, there's actually a guard called the half. And we also have a new guard called the half-half. It's not out yet, but it's coming out soon. Okay? Yes, sir.
Why use a taper blade instead of...
Why do I use a taper blade? How many of you guys flick out a lot when you cut hair? Just that. Got a mean flick out motion. What about that C-stroke motion? Real fluid. Okay? I like to cut hair unconsciously. I don't want to have to think about any technique. I just want to do it unbelievably. It's like magic. It's like magic, bro.
You done talk bad to me on the live stream.
I need a bottle of water. Is this it? Oh, it's working. It's working. All right, I was wrong.
I just got back from the Rochester Chris Basio hands-on and look and learn course, and the experience is something I'll never forget. I learned so much in such a short amount of time, and he did not waste any second. Literally, he made sure everybody was on point the entire time and knew what he was talking about, and if somebody was confused, he would break it down even more. The look and learn course was great because he actually used me as a model and got to cut my hair. As you can see, it's literally the blurriest fade I've ever had. And he was just a down-to-earth guy, man, and like you could really talk to him about anything, not just in hair cutting, but in life in general. I think anybody who's even questioning on whether they should cut hair or not should go to this course. I learned so much, and I don't even have that much experience, but now, because of him, I feel really comfortable behind a chair. So I got to thank him and, you know, his buddy Dre and the Tune 45 squad just for putting that together. So